What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to NBA Nightly, where you can catch us every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, talking about all your NBA highlights, rumors, specifically today trades and the big trade deadline, and everything else involving the NBA. Okay, um, Big Net, which aka the Sports Diva. In the house we got a couple more coming, but we got Richard up top and we got Jamal on the bottom. How y'all doing today?
What up, though?
What's good? What's good? We doing all right? NBA season with these trades is in full effect. So let's go.
Yes, in
Now
full
on to
effect, y'all.
the second half of the season now.
Yeah, this is when it's about to turn all the way up. Okay, so let's get right into it, man. So y'all know the trade deadline was ended today at what 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Central Standard Time. Hey, you got some that wasn't surprising. You got some that was like, oh, for real, and then you got some was like a couple specifically that you made your smoking out your ears and the eyes got big. So we're gonna talk about that, y'all. We're gonna talk about that. So who we got first?
The first one, because we're just going to cover the big ones. We're not going to cover. I mean, we'd be here all night if we covered every single trade. Um,
Correct.
so I think we're going to discuss the big ones, and then being that Jamal and Natalie are Cavs fans, and then I'm of course a Pistons fan. We're going to cover those last.
Mm-hmm.
Works for me.
Huh?
Okay. Works for us. Let's get into it.
So the first one we got is Nikolai Vukovic from the Bulls to the Celtics in a second round pick. And then to the Bulls was Anthony Simons and a second round pick.
The
So,
Vukovic, you know what? The Vukovic pick, the trade, Boston needed another big. They needed somebody down there who can help them, you know, in the post area, with the absence of, Horford. In my mind, I don't know. I mean, I understand that he's old and stuff like that, but Horford is reliable, and he understood what Boston needed. So for them to get rid of him was kind of surprising in the beginning. I would have thought that okay, Al Horford, you can stay in Boston, you can retire there. Everything they treated you good, but apparently he wants at least one more ring. And I guess he thought that Jason Tatum being injured, he wasn't going to be. That team wasn't going to be a factor, but shit, Boston, the Celtics said, hold my beer. We ain't the only team here in Boston that's pretty damn good, you know. So they're surprising teams, So Vukovic is an actual good pick for them. I like the trade. It's going to make them a lot more pay more attention to not just them on the perimeter, but down low. Where Vukovic should house folks down there. So he really should.
yeah, I agree with that,
Agree.
Jamal. Vukovic gives that, he's not really a defensive center, but he will rebound. He can give you that, score at all three levels. He can do the midi. He got the three. He can post. He can also pass for a big man,
Correct.
So, you double him, you got Derek White, Jalen Brown, Pritchard. So I like that. Bulls, I mean, you can see what they're doing. They are loading up on second round picks. They've gotten 9 second round picks in the last week alone, 14 overall. So to me, that means they're loading up for something, to trade or whatever, to get in the first round or whatever. That's a lot of freaking second round picks. But for Simons also, that gives him a little more playing time because he just wasn't getting the playing time in Boston behind Derek White and Pritchard. So
Yeah,
now he
you're
goes to
right about that. Keep
Chicago.
going.
He could be a top option. So
Yeah, not a bad pick. It works out for. I think that was actually a pretty decent one. It works out for everybody around the board. It wasn't just like a one-sided thing. So yeah, they definitely need another big man at the post. Okay, who we got next, Richard?
All right, so this next one, pretty big one. So we got the Jazz received Jaren Jackson Jr., John Cocker, Jock Landale, who ended up getting moved in a separate deal. Vince Williams Jr. The Grizzlies received Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Georges Niang, Taylor Hendricks, first round pick in 27, LA, first round pick 27, Utah, Cleveland, Minnesota, and a first round pick 2031, Phoenix.
Good Lord.
Right. All them damn picks and stuff like that. I mean, we gonna see if it worked out. I'm skeptical about this one. I'm just waiting to see, because I guess a lot of the teams are banking on the future, giving away all these picks and stuff like that, But I'm skeptical on this one. I mean, we gonna see how this one works out. I'm iffy about how this one's gonna be. That's in my opinion.
So I actually like this deal for Utah. It's not this year; it's next year. So you got, Walker Kessler at center. You got Jaren Jackson at power forward. You got Keontae George. You got Ace Bailey. This was more of a down the line trade because, all them guys are still young. Even Jaren Jackson ain't that old. I think he's in his mid-20s. And with Walker and Jaren Jackson, that's hell of a defense. You got a former defensive player of the year. You got another big down there that's center. Jaren Jackson can offer you some 3-point shooting, a little bit of post play, not much rebounding. So I actually like this for Utah. I see what they're doing. They're planning for the future with this trade, not this year. There was a couple teams that I liked their deals that even though they happen currently, you can see that they're planning for the future.
Did Lonzo Ball go to the Jazz? Am I getting that right?
Yes, but no.
Okay.
So yes, that trade did happen. But from my understanding, I think he's getting released. So
they're gonna buy him out.
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay, because that could. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I see you look at me crazy, but I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the NBA trades kind of confuse me a little bit. I'm better with NFL stuff when it comes down to trading it, stuff like that than NBA. It's just like you just said. You just said a lot with the 2031 first round, third round, fifth. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of. So I'm getting it. I'm grasping it, but I just didn't know what's happening with Lonzo.
He's being bought out. That's all. So we've always said that that LaMelo was the better ball player out of all of them and stuff like that. Hence the reason why he is. So Lonzo, he just was the first one. He was like the experiment, and now and now LaMelo, he's the real deal and stuff like that. So that's what's going on right now. So Lonzo ain't been right since he got injured, and even when he was healthy, nobody really believed in him and stuff like that too much because his jumper was ugly as hell. And it just didn't fit the mold of, what they were expecting. I mean, the Lakers tried to hype him up picking him number 2 overall, which was dumb as fuck in my book. So he's one of those guys that's like, what, your best bet is going to be a role player off the bench if we need you for like defensive purposes and stuff like that. Now, would y'all pick Lonzo Ball for Ben Simmons? If y'all did that, would y'all do that?
You said what?
You said
would you pick Lonzo? Would you pick Lonzo Ball over Ben Simmons?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
see,
I want to respond to Day real quick, but Day now he'll be getting 32 plus minutes, which is 7 minutes a game, and he's going to be a starter, and he's going to be a number 1 option on the Bulls.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
They're waiting for next year.
You kind of got like tomato with Ball and Ben Simmons, but I think I don't know. It's kind of weird though because Ben Simmons had a couple. I don't know. Both of them have been bust, really. But that's a that's a weird one. But Natalie, one thing I wanted to let you know. So NHL and NBA, you will see a lot of trades. They just move contracts.
Okay.
So NHL do that too. A guy will be, his back is just fucked and he'll never be able to play again, but he still counts for salary against the books. So teams will move him and trade for him for contract purposes. You'll see that a lot in NHL and NBA. It's just part of the books, part of the they move a lot of contracts like that. So you'll see those type of trades in NBA and NHL a lot.
Well, football, they do it too. Even though contracts ain't guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay.
It's a business decision.
Correct.
That's literally it's all politics and business. That's all it is. Yep.
That's big facts.
So
okay.
Our next one we got the Hornets receive Kobe White and Mike Conley, who from what my understanding again, Mike Conley is going to be a buyout, so he'll probably go to a contender. And then the Bulls receive Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, a second-round pick, 3 second-round picks. We'll put it there. I just told you they were loading up on second-round picks.
My question is,
because Hornets been on a roll, Jamal, and now they get another scorer, another ball handler, another shooter to go along with LaMelo, Concanapol, and Miles Bridges and Brandon Miller.
Fuck, how many guards do they need though? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I like Kobe White too. I have no issues with Kobe White at all. You know, Mike Conley, yeah, they're gonna buy him out. If anything, Mike Conley, go back to the Hornets, go back to the Grizzlies and retire, brother. Okay, that's your stopping ground. That's what you need to do. Go there. You know, but damn, man, the Hornets. I guess are they trying to become contenders right now? That's what I'm trying to say. Because in my mind, do I think they're contenders in the East? Well, the East is wide open, but in my mind, not really. You know, they're a nice little team that probably will make the playoffs and probably just go out the first round or maybe get in the play-in game. But other than that, they're not real NBA title contenders in the East to me. And all these damn guards. That's what I don't understand teams who load up on guards all the damn time. You know?
Well, you know,
not everybody's stuff.
A lot of the NBA now, a lot of small ball goes on. I mean, hell, just the other night I was watching the Pistons game, and it was who the hell were they going against? It was Denver. They had 1 center and 4 guards out there. I mean, you see a lot of small ball now.
And my thing is, when the postseason gets here, when the playoffs get here, every bucket's going to count. And that's where these big men are going to have to get their ass in the post and get these easy buckets instead of trying to go outside and shoot all these damn threes. Not everybody and their mama is Steph fucking Curry. Nobody's Steph Curry. But everybody think they can shoot the three. Everybody think they can shoot half court. Not everybody can do that. That is a skill that man has mastered. Not everybody can do that.
Shit, tell that to these damn kids. My daughter's 9, and I've watched her go play. Hell, I see them. They wearing Steph Curry shoes, the damn armband. Man, they shoot. I'm like, what the hell, Steph Curry shit's going on over here? You're 7 years old. You ain't making a half court shot. But they all
right.
Hey, let her be great, man. Let her be great.
Man,
let her have her.
They even shoot like that in NBA 2K, man. I'm like, y'all, what the hell?
Oh.
That's funny. All right, who we got next, Rich?
So the Wizards receive Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Jaden Harvey, and Dante Exum. The Mavericks receive Chris Middleton, Marvin Bagley, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, who he was shipped off in a separate deal. 2 first-round picks, 2026 and 2030, and 3 second-round picks.
The Washington Wizards is the team that players go to die and to just say, you know what, get the fuck out because you're through. You're done. Okay. And Anthony Davis is there now too. So we already know what that is. Okay. Me and my wife damn near almost made a bet. No, we say this every season. Is Anthony Davis gonna play a full season? And it's always no. It's always no. Because this man is always injured. He'll play like a good 10 or 15 games straight, and then all of a sudden he'll be out for like 2 to 3 months with an ab injury or a leg injury or a finger or something. So whatever his workout regimen is to get himself healthy and stuff like that, he needs to stop and go somewhere else. Because this man can't stay healthy for shit. When he's balling, he's good. But he cannot stay fucking healthy at all. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So now you're at the team where your career is pretty much going to be over if you get injured. So good luck to you. You know, Chris Middleton needs to go. Chris Middleton needs to go on back to Milwaukee in my book too. That's my thing. He was balling there. You know, him and Giannis was actually pretty good there. So they won a title together. He pretty much almost helped them win a title. You know what I'm saying there. So I think he needs to go there. But yeah, Washington, you already know you get traded there, your career is over, brother, man.
I seen a meme today. It said Anthony Davis arriving in Washington, and it was him on a stretcher coming out of an ambulance.
Damn right.
But, you know, he's one of those big what ifs, right? What if he stayed healthy? Because if he stayed healthy, he's a Hall of Famer. There's no question.
Oh yeah.
There is no question at all. The talent is not the question. It's healthy. It's healthy. Was it when he's healthy? He is one of the best in the game, and there's no questioning that.
It's him and Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
are the same. I guess they work out together.
Joel Embiid's more healthier than he is.
No, he's not. No, they've almost about the same. And you can almost toss in Kawhi Leonard too.
And Kawhi chooses that though. But Kawhi is a Hall of Famer though. His resume is it's stamped. That dude could put the basketball down today and he's going in the Hall of Fame. There ain't even a question.
He could do.
But now it's like if you're playing a video game, I mean, you got Anthony Davis, you got Trae Young, you got Alex Sarr, you got the other George. Like they got some good pieces. It's just can these guys stay healthy? You know,
right.
That's a big what if, man. And you know, I think Anthony Davis is old enough now. It's you get what you got, or you got what you get. You know what I mean? Like there's no. I think a lot of his problem. I think it's genetics because if you know his story, in 1 year he grew 7 inches. He went from 6'2" to 6'9" in 1 year.
Oh, so he hasn't grown into his body yet.
So he was a point guard. That's why he's so good at dribbling the ball. He grew 7 inches in 1 year, one summer. So maybe his body just – I don't know. I'm not no doctor. I'm just –
that's a lot of inches to be growing in 1 year. He had a growth spurt, a massive growth spurt.
Right. And maybe his body just – that
it could. I
don't know. I'm just guessing.
I mean, like I said, we not doctors, but I mean, shoot, I mean, that has, I mean, your bones. I don't know. I just that's a lot. I never knew that. That's a very interesting fact about him because that has probably has something to do with long term. It's probably a long term effect there somewhere. It gotta be. That's a massive growth spurt. Good Lord. How old was he when it happened? I'm sorry.
I think that was his junior and senior year, I think, between.
Oh,
In
yeah.
high school, yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, he only played 1 year. He only played 1 year in Kentucky.
Anthony Day-to-Day Davis.
That is stupid. Anthony Day to Day.
Coming from Day Day, huh?
Coming from Day Day. That's funny. All right. Who we got next, Rich, man?
So we got the Warriors receive Porzingis, and the Hawks receive Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield.
Porzingis went to the Warriors.
Yep.
Chris Porzingis, aka the Unicorn. They are still trying to hype this man up to see how good he really can be. You know, I mean, when he's on, he's on. I'll give him props. When he's on, he was good at Boston. When he was on there, he was good. You know, I don't know. I haven't seen much of his game lately. You know, so I couldn't tell you how good he's gonna be. The Hawks, well, they got rid of Trey Young because everything was centered around him. So Kuminga, yeah, Kuminga. I'm happy for him because he needed to get out of Golden State. They were treating him wrong there. I'm glad he's gone.
I agree.
You know, he can get a fresh start. Maybe go somewhere and start. You know, get his name recognized, stuff like that. Buddy Hield, pretty much, he's on and off. One day he's good, next day he's not. One day he's good as hell. You win a 3-point contest. Next thing, you don't hear nothing from him. You know, so touch and go with him too. So, but I think in this trade, I think the Atlanta Hawks won it. You know, with the injuries that are piling up right now on Golden State side, you know, the only true scorer that you can really rely on is Steph Curry. We're not going to rely on Draymond Green to score. So that's that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Day Day. And this was another trade. Like I said with the Jazz earlier, Hawks are building for next year. I mean, they got Kuminga, they got Jalen Johnson, they got Dyson Daniels, they got that center out of USC. I don't know how to say his name. Okonu, I think it is. They got CJ McCollum as a veteran. I don't know if he's a free agent or not. So they got a solid core that they're building. And I agree with Jamal. You know, Kuminga, for his age, he handled that situation in Golden State perfectly. You know, I think he was getting done wrong. Because when he has the chance to play, and they even give him a big contract and buried him on the bench, he didn't start getting playing time until Butler got hurt. But then he came in, stepped up, and did what he did. Was, you know, he handled that situation perfectly for any type of professional player, let alone being a young guy like he is. I think the kid has talent. I always wanted him on Detroit. Up until this past summer, I would have been open to him joining Detroit when he was a restricted free agent and he went back to Golden State. So I like this move for the Hawks. Porzingis, he's got talent. It's just never healthy. Never healthy. And you're right, Day. He was good in the playoffs last year. So I don't know what happened.
As much as you're saying about these guys are playing for next year, they're playing for next year. You got to forget there's some pretty big names that are coming back next year to change up the, you know what I'm saying, to make some noise. You know, you got your Damian Lillard who will be back next year. You got Jason Tatum who's trying to come back this year. You know, you got Tyrese Halliburton, who everybody believes that had he stayed healthy in that game 7, Indiana probably wins that game. So you're gonna have some teams, you're gonna have some players that are coming back off an injury that are gonna be like, hold up now. Y'all may have made these trades and we're gonna be waiting for next year, but let's not forget, you know, we coming back too. They may not be the same, but they're gonna be
mean,
coming
you're
back and
right,
they're gonna be
though.
making some noise too.
And you're right, but I mean, it's all how these guys are coming back from injury. It's how do their injuries respond? You know what I'm saying? Can they get on it quick? Whatever injuries respond correctly, will they will they bounce back? And history shows most guys coming off of injuries, especially the depending on the severity of the injury, sometimes it takes longer than others. Sometimes and it is what it is. And in sports, if a guy if a key player is taking 20 games to get back into, or depending on the sport, right? If it's football, if it takes a guy 5 games to get in, back to his self, you lose them 5 games, your fucking season can be done. You know what I'm saying? If it's 20 games and it takes you 20 games and you go, 5-15 in that could be the difference of your season right there. So a lot depends. It was there new injuries. There's a lot of what ifs. When these things. So you're right, Jamal. I'm not totally disagreeing. I'm just saying that's what I see in particular with the Hawks and the Jazz is those trades were not for this year. They're for next year. Give them a year to, get these guys acclimated with each other. They got young stars, like good teams take their lumps. Like my Pistons. We didn't just get good overnight. We got a fucking ass whoop for years. Had injuries, had coaches, had guys come in and out, but you had your core that stayed here. They went through a 28-game losing streak together. They did, and now you're here. So that's what you hope for when you build when you do a rebuild, right? You hope that they can grow together. You're going to lose together, and then you hope you can win together. Like I've said this on several shows that we've had. Very rare do teams just go, get their heads lumped and then don't
turn around and give you turn around all of a sudden give you I got you.
New England, that's an outlier, right? Because they 1 year they only win 4 games and then now they're in the Super Bowl, right? But Seattle, right, they've kind of had some lumps or whatever. So but usually that's what it is you get your lumps and then you get to like the Eagles, the Warriors, the Bulls. I mean, I can go on and on with more examples of teams that got their heads lumped and then went to championship prosperity, right? Look at me use big words. But
usually in basketball, especially around after the All-Star break, you're going to see the teams that are actually supposed to be there start making noise and make their presence known. Like, okay, hey, y'all, we may be down right now, but okay, after the All-Star break, turn it up a few notches, and then we're going to be back to where we're supposed to be. So we're going to see. We're going to see. All right, let's move on.
All right, give me 1 second. My phone shut up. All right, the next one. And I like this for Minnesota. They got Ayu Dosunmu and Julian Phillips. The Bulls got Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and 4 second-round picks.
Minnesota is that team that just they just wanted to get that one piece so they can make it into the NBA final because they were close. They keep getting close. And then there's always something that just keeps holding them back from getting there. Because Ant-Man is that dude. He is that dude. He just needs another player. He got Julius Randle, but he gonna need somebody else that's gonna help him take over a game, when he's off. So this is a pretty good move for them. It gives them depth on the bench, so that way you don't have to play your starters and everybody, You can have some decent scoring coming off the bench. This is a good move. So I can't wait to see what Minnesota is going to be like coming in the second half of the season. This is going to be a good one. Maybe this might be able to try to push them over that, but we shall see with San Antonio and OKC and Denver, leading the pack right now. But let's not forget, Minnesota's been to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row, and they've been close. So we're going to see if third time's the charm for them.
Yeah, this is a perfect example, Jamal, of, a team that's taken their lumps and is trying to get to that next level. I do, too, like this trade. Dosunmu can play. He can play point guard. He can play shooting guard. He can play small forward. Come off the bench. I think he was averaging 14 in Chicago off their bench. Another scorer, another shooter. So, you can, put Edwards on the bench, and then you still got some scoring. You could play them together. You can do several things with him. A decent defender. So I like this trade for them. I really do. Julius Randle, he's a ball handler as well. So now you got 3 plus a point guard. So I like this trade for Minnesota. Not all trades are good because you get a top name, right? Sometimes you got to look at those little ones that, they might not be all-stars, but they're good enough players that might be that missing piece. I'm not saying he's the missing piece, but I think he's a formidable piece to add to that puzzle.
All right. Moving on.
Here's a sneaky one. I didn't say this in our previous, and we can just dab on this. But I think it's a sneaky one. The Knicks got Jose Alvarado from the Pelicans for Dalen Terry, who they got in another trade with the Bulls and 2 second-round picks. That gives him another ball hand. Now, he's small, like Brunson. It's another small ball, another guy to take the hands to help Brunson, which I hate the Knicks. Fuck the Knicks. That's our rivalry now. But, I got to be biased, right, because we are NBA Nightly. That's a sneaky little deal for them. Kind of like what I just said, right? Not a big name, not a huge – Alvarado's a pretty decent little scrappy little player, man.
Yes, he is. And it's a good one. Like you said, it's another ball handler who can take you that way. Brunson don't have to, take the ball out of bounds and bring it up full court and pretty much take up all the 24 seconds to try to get his own shot off. With, with Jose, he can bring the ball up court and people can set up some screens and set up some plays, to get Brunson open, to get Anunoby open, to get Karl-Anthony Towns open. So, yeah, this is a good one, that people probably, like you said, not many people are talking about. And I believe it's going to pay off dividends come playoff time. So I like the pick, too. I like this one. Plus, the Pelicans ain't going nowhere. So.
True. The last one we talk about before we get into our teams is the Pacers received Zubac and Kobe Brown. The Clippers get Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks, one in 26 and 29, and a second-round pick.
Obviously, the Pacers are not playing for anything. They're still waiting on – they might sneak into the postseason, but they're still waiting on Halliburton to come back and stuff like that. And honestly, as far as the Clippers go, right now, it's a wholesale. It's a wholesale over there. Seriously. People forget it ain't just about James Harden that's just leaving. They got controversy going on with that team that they got to address, with their whole organization and everything. So people, as much as it's good to play in that nice stadium that they have and stuff like that, listen, they're not going to do anything. And when shit hits the fan for the Clippers, people are not going to want to be there. Only person I feel a little bit bad for is Ty Lue, But I'm a big Ty Lue fan for obvious reasons.
Definitely.
So, but everybody else, nah. You made your bed. Now you got to lie on it over there. But if you try to get out of there, get out as fast as you can. So that's my opinion on them.
Uh, so I do feel bad for Kawhi. Uh, he went there. George is gone. Harden is gone. Zubac is gone. He's the last one standing. They're already sucking. So their shit ain't gonna get any better. I like
you know why I
Zubac.
don't. Uh-huh.
I don't see Zubac as a top tier center, but he's right there in that second tier. He's right there in the top of that second tier. That's a but another one, Pacers without Halliburton, it just goes to show you how valuable he was to that team. But I like him. He's a good center, play defense, block some shots, score, rebound. He can pass. Mathurin, he's gone. He's gone to the Clippers, so now he's going to be the number 2 guy behind Kawhi. Well, hell, he might be the number 1 because Kawhi might be, on both the rest days now.
He is the king. He should give. Listen, a lot of us don't agree with Stephen A. Smith on a lot of things, but I agree with him when he said Kawhi Leonard needs to give lessons on load management. Yes, he do. So that is one guy who knows how to sit out a bunch of games and while still able to go and look at that account and say, well, damn, I just got paid today. I got paid such million today. And what did you do? Absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing. I wish I could do that. I could sit on my and pretty much talk on a podcast like this and then look at my bank account. Oh shit, I did anything all week long. And guess what? I got paid. Hell yeah. We'll look into doing something like that. I think we all should.
Yes, I agree. I'm with it.
So yeah, that was
Dude.
that was that was something. That was like the last big trade. You got anything to say on that, Madeline?
Nah,
All
I
right.
really don't. We just the way we did the Clippers the other night. I see exactly what y'all talking about. I wasn't too hip, but had to do my digging, and yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's all they really got is Kawhi, and I don't really feel bad because it's the NBA.
Exactly.
No.
You feel bad. I'm gonna say, Rich, you feel bad for Kawhi. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't, man.
I just don't.
Like you said before, he chose to sit out these games. Okay? You can have your ass on there on the court helping that team win. But no, you chose to sit out these games, and now look at you. Now you're by yourself.
See what happens?
Now you're a chief you're a chief without a tribe, sir.
Oh Lord. Okay.
So that leaves 2 of us. I'm gonna my opinion is we'll talk about Detroit first because we just had a little deal, and then y'all had the 2 bigger deals. So I think y'all should go last. I think there's more to talk about on that. Y'all agree on that?
Agreed.
Okay. Okay.
See, look, I'm letting my bias. Look at that. Y'all always say I ain't biased. See, I am. Detroit, we had 1 deal. We traded Jaden Ivey to the Bulls. It was actually a 3-team deal. It was Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley, who we've already discussed would be a buyout. T-Wolves received cash, and the Pistons received Kevin Huerter, Dario Saric, and a first round swap on 26 with Minnesota. So I like that deal. The first round swap in 26, because as we see it, Minnesota will have the better pick than we will currently. And that's all we could speak about is currently. So right now because the 26 draft is loaded. It's projected to be the best draft in 15, 20 years. Kevin Huerter gives us another shooter, another scorer. I think he's having a slump this year, but his career he's at 37% from three. With Cade and the way our team plays, he'll have more open shots. Jaden Ivey, man, it's not that I hate the guy. His defense has always been an issue, but the one thing he did very well with his explosiveness, ever since he's come back from his injury, it's been gone. It's not there. His shot has gotten better. His defense still sucks. And I'm helping. But his explosiveness is gone. He can't beat guys off the dribble. That end to end that he had before injury, it is gone. So I know he's coming off an injury, so maybe it takes him a minute, like me and Jamal were talking about earlier. You never know with guys coming off injuries. But not to be a dick, even though that's my name. We're in a run. We're on a run for the championship. We don't have time for you to wait to see if you're and he was going to be a free agent. We weren't going to sign him. So you might as well get something, right? Help everybody out. Saric most likely will be a casualty because Danaeus Jenkins, who was a undrafted free agent that we signed to a two-way contract, he's about played out his games. They only get 50 active games. I know he's played in 41. I'm not sure how many he was been active. But he's coming up on that. And also a two-way player is not eligible for the playoffs. And he's in our rotation. He's a backup point guard. He closes games with Cade to give us another ball handler. So he will have to be signed to a full contract. So, because two-way players are not counted against your 16-player roster.
That's true.
There's a lot of moving parts in that. So, I mean, I like it. I wish the best for Ivy, but I think for the way things are right now, it's a move that had to be made, and it's for both parties.
The Pistons smell blood in the water right now. Hence the reason why they're atop of the East right now. Cade Cunningham took his leap and now into superstardom now, and people are starting to notice, like, okay, this guy is really the real deal. Because back then we heard the noise about Cade Cunningham, but they didn't know how good he was. And now that this team is leading the East, you got a lot of people who are looking over there at Detroit saying, what's going on over there? So they're in a win now situation. Like you said before, Rich, they're not trying to wait until next year and that stuff. They smell blood in the water. There ain't that many good teams right now. There ain't that many teams to compete with in the East. They figured, okay, the time is now. We need to strike this. We need to go ahead and get this right now. Because if them three names that I said beforehand come back, then it's going to be a problem. Giannis ain't going to do much over there in Milwaukee. The only teams that we really got to worry about is Detroit got to worry about is our Cavaliers, the Knicks, and Boston at best. Everybody else, nah. I'm not. Am I worried about Orlando? No, not really. I think they're overrated in my book. I really do. So, but I think it's a 4-team race. So it's gonna be a good one. But yeah, this was a good move for Detroit, and it's a move that they had to make. So I'll give you that.
it's another small move, right? Like it's not a big name. It's just a small one. And to jump off what you said, Jamal, Kay did make that leap into superstardom. Um, but Jalen Duren also made that leap from, prospect to all-star as well, is what helped us get to where we're at as well. So I mean, those are two big leaps from two players. And that's what you need. So do you have anything to say on that, Natalie?
No.
She said, "Fuck Detroit."
That's literally what she's saying. Fuck Detroit. That's exactly what she's saying.
Yeah, man. Y'all know how I feel. I mess with y'all football, but definitely not the basketball.
So for your two trades, do you want to do them solely and talk about them, or you want me to list them both off and then we just talk about it in a whole?
Yeah, you can just do it in a whole. That's cool.
Okay. So the first trade that Cleveland, it was a 3-team trade. The Kings received DeAndre Hunter. The Cavs received Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. And the Bulls received Dario Saric and 2 second-round picks. The other trade, it was just a minor trade. Nothing big, right? The Clippers received Darius Garland and a second-round pick, and the Cavs received James Harden.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Go first.
Needless to say, we heard 2 or 3 days before about, Garland and Harden or whatever. I didn't really think it was going to happen, but it happened. A lot of negative, some positive, a lot of negative because of Harden's record, in the playoffs, and he chokes and blah, 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 but he's 11-time All-Star, and he still averages 25 points a game, and he stays more healthy than Garland would because of them toes. And it's just it's so many mixed emotions and feelings with what the Cleveland fans have right now. I say, hey, I'm gonna just start with Harden. I give the man a chance, man. They say he's probably gonna, play Saturday, against the Kings. Give the man a chance, y'all. For everybody that's watching that's been on my post on Facebook and talking shit, just give a man a chance, man. Damn. I mean, I know he's been on a lot of teams and all this, but a lot of people have, and you just never know. Like, you just never know. Get a man a chance. I fuck with Hardy Boy. I've always liked him. Hey, but him and Mitchell, they're gonna have to work something out with the whole. I'm pretty sure they're teammates now. So it's going to be interesting seeing how he plays, man. It's going to be real interesting. It's going to be fun to watch, I believe. I'm excited for it. That's what I got to say about Harden. I mean, I like the trade. I don't hate it. I'm not fantastic, you know what I'm saying? But I like it. I didn't think it was bad. Like I said, Garland, he just wasn't. Baby, it's the business first. You know what I'm saying? I love Garland. He's a sweet young man and everything. He's great at his job. It's just we had to get somebody that, we need the minutes. And like you said, it's always a business first. So we just had to do what we had to do, man. That's what I got to say about Harden. Go ahead, Jamal.
Harden probably knows right now that this is it for him. He ain't gonna get no other window where he can try to go somewhere and potentially win an NBA title. It ain't gonna happen no more for him after this. And I think I think he's got to go ahead and take that seriously and think that, hey, that's what's happening. So do I think it's going to be a match? I think it's going to be okay. It's one of those wait and see. We'll see what happens. He's pretty good at the pick and roll going to the big man. So I know that Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, our boy's favorite player, he who loves him some Jared Allen. So I know Jared Allen's happy about this. So this it's one of those we got to see what happens. You know, you can't just okay. Well, it's a big name, okay. So it's one of those wait and see what happens. Was I sad that Hunter left? I was a big Hunter fan.
Yeah, me too.
I was. You
Me
know,
too.
Dennis Schroeder ain't been the same since he tried to since he turned down that huge contract that he was supposed to get, and he ain't been shit since. So he hasn't. So, but we got enough guards on the team right now. Let's not forget Max Strus is coming back too. So
Correct.
we gonna see how that. Let's see what happens when that happens. When he comes back. You know, we already shooting enough threes, and all of a sudden now you got Max Strus coming back, and then you're gonna have a Schroeder there, and then you're gonna have Harden shooting threes and Mitchell shooting threes. I mean, shoot, the moment we see Jared Allen shooting threes, I'm storming the court. I'm coming from
Right.
down here in Houston, and I'm storming the court and be like, Jared Allen, what the fuck you doing? So,
Hey, the
but the
tickets been
Cavs,
already
they're
going up.
also, yep. But the Cavs right now, yeah, they want to win now too, because they know their window of opportunity to win an NBA title is closing too. Especially since these three key names that I keep telling y'all are out right now. So Cavs need to get in a gear. This is their chance too. I think after the All Star break, we're gonna make some good noise. We're gonna make some noise in the East. We're gonna be one of them top three teams. To get there, and then we'll see what we can do in the postseason. So I hope the real James Harden that plays very good shows up. You ain't got to do this on your own. And I'm pretty sure Donovan Mitchell is probably thinking the same thing. Hey, I ain't got to do this on my own. It ain't just on me. No, you got another guy who can take over and score some buckets too. But let's not forget we got those two guys in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen down below too, who gonna get you your buckets. All you gotta do is give them the ball. They're gonna get you some buckets. So they're gonna protect the rim for you. We got the shooters on the outside, but let's not just wait and ball hog the whole 24 seconds just so you can get your dribble off and stuff like that. That's not what this is about. No, we trying to win a title here. So he needs to get what our so James Harden needs to come in here and give it the program. So
Learn how to spell Jared Allen, bro.
We talked so much shit about him that one night. He went out and scored 40, man. So yeah, keep talking, man. We need some more games like that. No. I mean, but like I say, as far as what's his name? Elon? What's his name? I'm sorry, Ellis.
Ken Ellis.
Ian Ellis. Like I only see him play that, the one game with us. I like what I seen. Like you said, we got enough guards though. Like we got, so gonna definitely be a shootout. they just gotta collaborate, get it together, find out who doing what, find out what's going on, and they'll be just fine, man. But we coming, man. We definitely coming. We moved up some a little bit, so we coming. Go ahead, Rich. My bad.
Are you good? I'm like y'all brag.
I ain't say much about the other teams, but I'm damn sure gonna talk on mine.
So Schroeder, the last show we did, Darnell was talking about needing a backup point guard. Little did you know you were getting two new point guards. Schroeder is a solid backup point guard. He did fumble the bag, but me as a Pistons fan, me and all the other Pistons, we wanted Schroeder back. Because he can create contact. He can get to the line. He is another ball handler, like especially with like Cade, because when everyone wants to double team Cade and everything, it helps get the ball out of his hand. Another ball handler. He can lead the second group. He score a little bit, get everyone. He is a smaller guard, but he can defend. Now he gets bullied by the bigger guards, but he's going to fight, right? And I've always said, not everybody's going to be an all defensive player, but gosh damn it, just try. Just give me effort, and I can deal with that. Don't be a cone. If you give me effort and I can see watching the game that you're trying your best, fighting through screens and, I can live with that. So and that's Dennis Schroeder in a nutshell. He's gonna fight. He's you're not just gonna bully him. You're gonna, if the bigger, like I said, the bigger guards can get him, but he will fight. I like him. I think he's solid. He is what he is, right?
That matchup that I want to see coming up this season. I mean, in this regular season and probably in the postseason is going to be between how is he going to defend? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to switch on him when he has to guard Jalen Brunson, and Brunson is a bully down there. Can he handle that? Don't get ran over or anything.
He actually didn't play Brunson too bad. He played Brunson pretty tough last year in the playoffs for us, Jamal.
Right.
He guarded his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying, but like, he guards his ass. Now you're gonna have to. Jalen Brunson's a little bigger than him, not in height, but weight. But yeah, he's gonna battle him. That's for sure. He's gonna battle him. Now your other guy. Now this is where Natalie says the hate comes out. I'm a hater. James Harden's 36 years old. At this point, you got what you got, in my opinion. He is a playoff choker. His last 3 game sevens, he's averaging 15 points a game, 30% from the field, 20% from 3. So can he change it? Of course. But I mean, this far deep, I think you get what you get at this point. Him and Donovan Mitchell, they both need the ball to be successful. Now, I do agree with Jamal, as in Mobley and Allen, they're going to eat in that pick and roll. They benefit from this the most, right? Like the last show we were talking about how, the guards need to get, Jared Allen, involved more. Harden's going to do that. Donovan Mitchell, no, we'll see. I don't know. I like Garland. I think Garland's too small. He's on the smaller side, and he's always injured. The best player is the best availability, right? That's a problem, right? If you're not available. And he had that problem last year in the postseason. So we'll see with Harden, man. I don't know. He's a Hall of Fame player. But man, he struggles when the lights are bright. So we'll see. We shall see. Only time will tell. But
it ain't much trouble that Harden can get in Cleveland. Ain't no strip club. Ain't no strip club that are known up there in Cleveland. At least that I know. So I don't know.
Hey, I seen what there was.
We got some strip clubs.
I was gonna say there was a meme that strip club said, "Welcome to Cleveland, James Harden."
Yes, they ready. They ready.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Man, I started rolling.
They ready.
Oh man,
that's funny.
Because he loved. Trust me, down here when he was here in Houston, he loved them strip clubs. He really truly did. So.
That's funny.
That's another story for another day.
What did I tell you about talking about my Deshaun? What did I tell you about that, man? No, trust me, it's a huge difference there. Huge.
Mm.
But I do have a trivia. Well, before we get up out of here, I do have a trivia question for you guys. If anyone in the comments wants to answer, feel free. I picked out a harder one for you guys, and it's just to, before we get up out of here, I'm going to give that to you guys. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
What, Richard? Well, Richard and Walker. Okay,
I'm right here. I can hear you.
you ready? Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Did I? Oh, okay. All right, guys. Which player almost quit basketball to become a garbage man, but went on to win 3 NBA championships and MVPs?
Damn. Is that a multiple choice?
No. He says that about no.
Which player almost quit basketball to become a garbage man, but he went on to win 3 titles and 3 MVPs?
Hmm. Without using Chat GPT and without using Google.
I don't
Sad.
know.
Y'all don't want to guess?
Well, okay.
I'm thinking
No.
Larry Bird, but I don't know. I don't think
Yes,
that was it.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Larry
Really?
Bird.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. I didn't know
Because something.
that.
Yeah, because what got me was the 3 championships and the 3 MVPs, and not too many people won 3 MVPs. So I'm like,
Correct.
Larry Bird.
Yep. It's
Okay.
him. Yeah,
I didn't look that up. I promise you I didn't.
I believe. Yeah, man, I didn't know that either. I'm like, oh, you learn something new every day. Almost quit basketball. Look at that. Won't he do it?
I can see Larry Bird like that.
Yeah, I know, for real. That's an interesting fact. Well, y'all, this was our trade deadline show today, man. We will have our next show on Monday. Make sure y'all join us Monday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern. And we also have it every Monday and Thursday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Detroit Fan Report. And we're gonna let y'all know where to find us, how to find us, all that good stuff. Okay, before we get up out of here, Richard, let them know.
You can find me on X at Riggs928.
Period. 6767. Jamal, where can they find you at?
You can find me on the NFL show every Tuesday or Wednesday. You can find me on Instagram under the Illusion 10. You can find me on Facebook under Jamal Baker. And Monday, you can find me on here. Either I'll be a little sad or I'll be holding some hardware. One or the other. So we're going to see.
Oh, yeah. All right, y'all, same thing. Tuesday or Wednesday, either one week. NFL show. Like Jamal said, man. I mean, they're not my teams, but I'm rooting for the Pats. So let's go. And here every Monday and Thursday, man. We got an NBA. We're gonna have a parlay of the day for y'all next week as well. And we're gonna be talking some good shit next week on the NBA Nightly. All right. So we will see y'all next week, man. 8 p.m. Eastern. We love y'all. Bye.